a few things that I should reflect on. The first one was is the day that I met Carol up in the hills in the Hollow Valley, and we were prospecting, so to say. As usual, I was late, and Carol, as usual, can't wait. So she went up into the hills. And I think when you see some of her art, you get a little bit of a feeling of what it looks like up there. There are a lot of big trees, there are a lot of fallen trees, but especially there is a lot of rock. By the time I caught up to Carol, she told me that she had 2 knees replaced and also her hip. And that how far further up is it? And I said, well, we're about halfway up. It took us a little time, and I really have to say that Carol really worked for her pieces. Once we were up there, we scouted around a little bit and looked at the magnificent rocks. And I still remember quite vividly that looking at one of these cliffs going straight up, literally into the sky, and it was a beautiful day like today, I said, how can an artist do justice to this? This is really something that's very difficult to capture. Certainly I'm a photographer, so I do quite a bit of photography, and I had my camera with me, and at some point of time I just put it in my pocket because I said, this is really, whatever I'm going to do here today, I'm going to lose it. I have to say I'm really pleased to see what Carol has done, especially the triptych, the 3 pieces, the large pieces at the facing wall. I think give a very good rendition of what it looks like in the Hollow Valley, and of course the term "a river runs through it" is very fitting to the Hollow Valley.
What inspires me is the confluence of passionate people and the unique natural landscapes they are driven to protect. What struck me as important about this area was that it's a representation of an ancient topography of the Canadian Shield. I always paint in series in the hopes of creating an impression of following a path. In this show, I was hoping that the canvases, going from small to large, gives one the sensation of going up a hill and ending with this spectacular rocky ridge.
The Hollow Valley is really the northern boundary of Haliburton County. It's a high piece of land, and the Hollow River goes through it. So really it's the boundary between Muskoka and Haliburton. It's a watershed, and it really is some very dramatic landscape that is very difficult to access. I'm very pleased that Carol was able to get up there and also interpret what we saw, and it also, I think, is a tribute to what we're surrounded by and what we're blessed with here in Haliburton County.